Hello, my name is Captain Recap, and today we are covering a movie called House with a good view too. Please like and subscribe and enjoy. The movie starts with the 26-year-old Gene, who has already graduated from college 4 years ago. He plays video games all day long and has not earned a cent in the family. The mother is not happy with this and has found a job for him in the real estate world. The boss is an old classmate of his mother, and with just a glimpse of his resume, he gets accepted for the job. At the time, a beautiful lady enters the room and Gene is mesmerized. She talks to the boss and refers to him as husband, which shocked Gene and he says damn. The boss hears this, but Gene brushes it off as nothing. The lady asks him if he wants coffee and proceeds to bend over to make him one. Gene chokes on his coffee after seeing the lady boss unbutton her shirt. The next day Gene comes to work and the first thing he sees is the lady boss. He swallows and walks to his desk. The lady boss reassures Gene that everything is going to be alright. To get him familiar with the job, they invite Gene to a meeting with a customer. Gene notices the poorly dressed lady boss and gets bricked up while driving. Gene comes back alone after the meeting and spots the boss clapping another lady. He does not know what to do and waits. After they are done, Gene goes in and the boss introduces him to the lady, who is a big customer called Becky. The customer approaches Gene and starts flirting with him. After getting home, Gene can't sleep for a night because both the boss lady and Becky are in his mind. The next day, a tired Gene keeps yawning and the lady boss asks him why he is tired. She says that he can't work like this and that he needs energy. She proceeds to bend over and oh my god. Gene is shocked by how the real world works and breaks down. He then meets with a close friend. The friend tells him that he is one lucky bastard and should feel blessed, and he tells him that he needs to take this opportunity. Gene thinks about it and thinks he is right. His situation is one many men dream of. The following day while driving, Gene does not hesitate anymore and starts to grab her legs and goes inside her. Both of them can't resist it and they end up driving to a hotel to make love instead of work. After this day, they do it whenever they are alone at work. Gene feels blessed with this job, money, and a sexy woman that pleases him. Damn boy. One day when Gene and Lady Boss are doing it at the office, Becky sees this. Becky tells Lady Boss to share Gene with her and proposes that she leads Gene today. Lady Boss refuses this, stating that he is still a newbie, so they go together. When Lady Boss is getting a phone call, Becky forces Gene in the toilet and seduces him. Gene refuses this and hides in the toilet. When being asked where Gene is, Becky says that he has left already and that she wants to have a look at the apartment longer. When Lady Boss leaves, Becky gets him and they shag like animals. When outside, Lady Boss suddenly remembers that Gene's jacket was still in the hallway, so he could not have left. When Lady Boss goes back, Becky appears in a normal state, but Gene still reveals himself. The next day, a new employee arrives called Faye, the daughter of the boss. Gene gets happy because there is a girl his age. He starts to flirt with her and think about her, when Lady Boss comes and warns him that he can play with Becky, but not with the daughter of the boss. Gene does not listen and they continue to bond while Lady Boss gets jealous. When Faye is looking for Lady Boss in the toilet, Gene is also there shagging her. Lady Boss tells her to retreat, but when Faye steps away, she hears noise from inside. She finds out that it is Gene, and when they are eating she asks him why he is doing this. A drunk Faye passes out and Gene does not know where she lives, so he brought her to a hotel. When Faye asks him to stick it in, he thinks about it, but eventually leaves. At the office, when everybody leaves, Gene starts to clean up and finds out that in the computer of his boss there are recordings of him and Lady Boss making love. It turns out that the boss and his wife both know their affairs and share the recordings to turn each other on. Gene cannot believe this and feels betrayed by the Lady Boss. As revenge, he invites Faye to the office in the evening and starts to clap her. The next day the boss found out and slaps Gene. Gene states that if he can clap the Lady Boss, he also can clap Faye. He tells the boss ironically that he also should like this recording that he made. After saying this, Gene walks out like a boss and the movie ends. Thank you for watching our recap. Don't forget to like and subscribe and we'll see you next time.